I hope you guys are well. Today's video is all about the food. We're gonna be meal planning, meal prepping together. I know it can feel a bit overwhelming to plan even one dinner for a family. I have a large family of 5, so I'm gonna walk you through and share my strategies for how I meal plan for the entire week. We're gonna do breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, my favorite dessert. I will share all the things with you to hopefully make your life a little bit less stressful and give you some ideas for your own family. I'm gonna start with a very large coffee and then we'll get started. All right, we're starting in the pantry where I keep my whiteboard where I write down what meals we're having for the week. I hope you can read my handwriting. I'm a lefty, so it's out of my control at this point. But I like to write down each night what my plan is. I get my recipes from Pinterest or my recipe binder, which I'll show you guys that system later on in this video. Friday and Saturday, I always leave flexible. We have sports, we have social things that we're doing, and so it's typically a takeout or just something leftover, so I never plan anything for those nights. And so that's up on the board. It's good. The family can see it. The kids don't have to keep asking what's for dinner. And then on my little notebook, when I'm doing a big day of meal prepping, I will write down everything that I want to make. So again, it just helps me keep organized, and that will ultimately save me time. But the biggest thing is to start with all the ingredients that I will need, and I just lay everything out. And again, this is a nice time saver. It makes it more organized and more efficient. We're gonna start with 2 breakfast recipes. One is more for the kids and one is more for Steven and I, although Steven and I will still eat the kids and the kids will still eat ours. But I try to do something that I know for sure will work for both of us. And so for the kids, I'm making peanut butter and jelly muffins. If you make any recipes from today's video, please let it be the muffins. This was my first time making them. They were so good. I cannot even emphasize how much I loved these muffins. And also what the benefit for the kids, my kids tend to gravitate towards carby items for breakfast, so frozen waffles and French toast sticks and cereals and just not a lot of things with protein. And what I loved about this recipe is all the peanut butter and protein that is inside of them. So I feel like the kids are getting the carb that they're craving, but they're getting the protein without realizing it. These muffins are a little bit denser, but not really that, like the recipe description, if you click on the link, I'll have all the recipes in the video description box below for you. But when you click on the link, the author talks about the fact that these are gonna be denser muffins. I actually didn't think they were that dense. I thought they tasted just like a normal muffin, maybe a little bit thicker, but they were, oh my gosh, they were so good. Throughout the video, I want to be sure to share anything that I would change about the recipe for you guys. The only thing I would do different with these muffins is the crumble topping. So I'll show you, you'll see a second in the video, the crumble topping following the recipe made a ton of topping. And I felt like I put a generous serving of the crumble topping on each of the muffins, and I still had about 2/3 of it left. So I would just maybe half that. Definitely half it, if not third it. You do not need as much as the recipe calls for, but that is literally the only thing I would change about these amazing, amazing muffins. Okay, so update on the crumb topping. I feel like I added a very generous amount to the tops, but there is still a ton left. But I want the topping to be kind of a feature, not the main event, so I'm just gonna not use it all. You might want to just make half of the crumb topping for the recipe that I'm going to include. But they smell so good. Let me see if I can get a close-up for you. Cannot wait to try these. Okay, while the muffins are cooking, let's get our zucchini breakfast casserole ready. I'm gonna do a little bit of Colby Jack cheese, some eggs, probably half of a zucchini. We'll see about that. Some onion. This is the sausage I like to add to it, the Applegate Farms brand chicken and maple breakfast sausage. I'm gonna throw some of these in the air fryer really quickly and pre-cook them, and then just cut them and then add them to the casserole. These are gonna be the meal prep containers that I use. And then I'm gonna chop up the onion and the zucchini with my mini chopper. right, let's get this ready. I just came up with another idea because I've done this before and it tastes really good. I'll take a hash brown patty and I'm gonna cook 4 of these in the air fryer and put 1 at the bottom of each of these containers. And then once the casserole is cooled and I cut it, I'm gonna put it on top of that. And then it just adds just a nice little extra filling item and an extra vegetable, and it's just really tasty. If you take away any motivation from this video, let it be the motivation to try meal prepping. If you have never tried meal prepping for the week, I cannot recommend it enough. It really does not take as much time as you would think. Honestly, just you write down the recipes you want to do for the week and you set aside 1 to 3 hours, depending on how fast you are. I will say the more that I meal prep, the faster I get at it. So at first it might take you a little bit longer until you kind of get into the groove, but the amount of time and just mental energy that it saves Steven and I throughout the week when we don't have to think about what we're gonna have for breakfast, what we're gonna have for lunch every single day, and especially when we incorporate the kids into the meal prepping, it is just a game changer. I really hope that you guys will try it, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more of the videos like this. I know I do a lot of cleaning motivation and organization and things like that, but I meal prep every single week for our family and I just don't always film it. So if that's something you want to see more of, please let me know, because it is truly, it makes life so much easier for us. All right, let's talk about this breakfast casserole that I'm doing. I'm not following a recipe right now. I will link a recipe for you that is similar, but I've made just a variation of a breakfast casserole so many times that I've learned to pretty much just follow the same template of like 6 to 8 eggs that you pour on top of whatever toppings you want. I typically include a couple of veggies and then also some type of protein, so either turkey bacon or sausage, and it's so good. Okay, while that breakfast casserole is cooking, we're gonna get started on lunch. So I'm gonna make some turkey burgers. I'm gonna put them over top of brown rice, and then on the side, I'm gonna have some butternut squash and some Brussels sprouts. The way I like to do my turkey burgers, I will add the onion and the shredded zucchini is underneath in the bowl. It's just a little hidden. I will add those to the turkey burgers because it keeps them from going dry. I'll add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then my seasonings, I do garlic salt, pink Himalayan salt, seasoned pepper, some burger seasoning by Weber, and it turns out really, really good. And then we're gonna put them in these meal prep containers, and then we will have lunch ready for the entire week. Okay, here's a pro tip for you. When you're making burgers, press your thumb in the center just slightly and make a little divot. That will keep them from puffing up in the center. And now it's time to try the muffins. I couldn't wait any longer. I wish, what is it called, a smell-o-meter, where you could actually smell through the screen. I wish you could smell these muffins right now. Oh wait, maybe it's smell-o-vision? I think I may be making stuff up at this point. Okay, we've got our taste tester. I already devoured mine. What do you think, bro? Is it good? Best muffin ever? Yay! You guys have got to make these. They are so good. I think they're my favorite too. I don't know if you guys can hear Roy in the background, but she just said these peanut butter and jelly muffins are her favorite. I think they're mine too. I know, it's a new recipe. I think the challenge will be only having one a day so that they actually last for 2 to 3 days. Okay, I think I just heard our turkey timer go off, so I'm gonna cut a few more of these Brussels sprouts, and then we're gonna go check on our turkey burgers and then get these Brussels sprouts in the air fryer. And then I'll put the butternut squash in the air fryer when these are done. And then our lunch is ready. And then I'll bring you guys along tonight for dinner. And then I will also bring you along for dinner for the next couple of nights, and I'll show you, tonight I'll show you everything that I do as far as prepping the dinner, but I think for the other nights, so that this video isn't an hour long, I will just show you what it looks like after, and then I will include, put that in there, and then I'll include the recipe for you if you want to make it. I think it's always helpful to see what it looks like. Sometimes with just a picture, it's hard to tell. All right, let's check in our burgers. I want to show you guys where I keep recipes that we use all the time that we really like, so some family favorites, and I do pin a lot on Pinterest, but the ones that we really like I take the time to print out, and I just have little tabs. And so here's some of our favorite breakfast ones. Here are the muffins that we just made today. They were definitely worth keeping. I ran out of the protective sheets, but I used to keep them in the protective sheets. It helps so they don't get so messy. So I have a breakfast category, then I of course have dinner, and I'll even take, straight out of a magazine and just put some holes in it and keep it. And then, let's see. And you can tell that is an old recipe because who gets magazines anymore? All right, then we have our dessert category. Again, this one came from a magazine. And then wellness shots, and then the last one is just snacks. So I really like having this binder for things that we make all the time. Then I can just sit down when I'm planning out our meals for the week and kind of take a look at some of the favorites and pick a couple from here, and then maybe 1 or 2 new recipes to try. All right, here is a dessert / snack idea that I want to share with you guys. This has been my favorite lately. I'll take a Quaker chocolate rice cake, and then I will put my absolute favorite almond butter, which is the American Dream brand Bundle Up Blondie, and I will link this for you. But also really any type of almond butter. On top of this, I'll do about a tablespoon, and then I'll just do a little dabble of the Lily's milk chocolate style baking chips. It is so good. I have a massive sweet tooth, and this is very satisfying. Now I'm going to share 3 quick and easy dinner ideas for you. These are all very kid-friendly. All 3 of my children will eat them. And most importantly, they taste good, they're healthy, they're fast. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes planning out dinners for the week can feel like the most stressful thing in the world for me. And I just want to retreat to takeout or having peanut butter and jelly every single day. But that is not where we need to be in life. So I set a goal in 2024 to cook more at home, do less takeout, and just try to be more creative when I'm cooking, because when you think about it, it's always the same formula. So I always want some type of healthy protein. So a lean meat, whether that's chicken, lean ground beef, turkey, lean ground chicken, things like that. Then I add a grain to it, some veggies, and essentially that's it. So all three of these recipes kind of follow that same formula. And I just wanted to share ideas to make life a little easier. I'm always looking for new dinner ideas that my kids will eat. And so for the Italian chicken, I kind of showed you step by step. Some people like that. Other people just want to see what the recipe looks like and then just give the link. And so that's what I'll do for the other two dinner ideas. For the Italian chicken and veggies and then this sheet pan sausage meal, I eat them as is. I think that they have a ton of nutrition. They taste delicious. For the sloppy joes, the only thing that I modify for me is I will put the sloppy joe meat inside of a zucchini boat, put a little shredded cheese on top, throw it in the air fryer for 3 minutes, and that's how I prefer to eat it versus putting it on the bun. And this is a great dinner option for those busy nights where you have activities or kids' sports practices, things like that. I know the struggle is real when it comes to planning meals for the week, especially with a large family, so I hope this video gave you some motivation and some new ideas to make life a little bit easier. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!